Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Ash, aka I'm Ghostbuster, and today I'm doing a quick review for Strategic Mind, the Pacific, on the Xbox platforms. Now, this was originally released way back in October 2019 on the PC, and it at the time it was released, it was mixed response is probably the best way to put it, but as of today, looking at it, it's mostly positive review. So a lot of people do enjoy this type of game, and it's doing quite well on Steam. So it's great to see it come over to the Xbox console. Now, it was brought over to the Xbox on the 23rd of the 6th, 2022. It's developed by Starny Games, and it's published by Clabauteur, whose games we've covered in the past. I've quite enjoyed some of them. Like I say, I can't complain about what they put out. They were kind enough to send me a copy of this game, so big thank you to them for that. And like I say, I've covered The Amazing American Circus from them, Best Month Ever, two great games. Like I say, very, very fun, enjoyable games. Some very deep story in Best Month Ever. Highly recommend playing it. And also Crossroads Inn, which was like a build your own tavern sort of game, which was good, but did have a few niggling issues. Now, this game is a turn-based strategy game that's set in World War II, around the time when the Empire of Japan attacked Pearl Harbor, and it's basically that Pacific War, sort of Pacific Ocean combat sort of side of the conflict. Now, I'm a big fan of World War II games and just World War II settings in general, the history and everything. It's fascinating, very interesting to read about, like not experience, but like play through and stuff like that. I really enjoy them, so I'm always happy when more of these sort of games land on the systems I play on. Now, also it's turn-based, which is a great type of genre that doesn't get enough love on consoles. Problem is, it just throws you into this game, so you get to pick between both Japan and the American side in the story, basically, and you can just pick either side. Obviously, I obviously went with America first. Like I say, who wouldn't? But literally after a rather long cutscene, which has some of probably the weirdest and worst voice acting. It looks like a robot's done it and it's been badly translated, but it's not in time. The mouths move wrong and it's all stilted. It's crazy. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put the cutscene, like the intro cutscene or a piece of it, at the end of this video, because you wouldn't believe how bad it is. It's terrible. Like, it's nice that they've got these cutscenes in, especially for like a turn-based game, and they're all like, they've obviously modelled this all and everything, but the dialogue is dreadful. I don't know what the hell has happened there. It's beyond bad, but that's besides the point. When you get in the game, you just get chucked in. There's no sort of training level, there's no tutorial, there's no sort of explanation of what you've got to do, and you just end up being lost at the beginning of the game. And it took me quite a while to sort of get the aspects of what I was supposed to be doing down, with basically a bit of trial and error gameplay. Now, I've seen a few people complain that the controls don't work on console, they don't work properly, blah blah blah. That isn't correct at all. The controls do work. They're not buggy. You've just got to sort of get used to them, and it's the fact that there isn't a tutorial is a big negative. And it just throws you for a loop. Like, you're like, oh, I wonder what I'm supposed to be doing and stuff like that. And yeah, it's a weird one that there isn't like the first mission isn't sort of like a here's how to play. But that's not my decision. Moving on to some positives though, the game in gameplay does look pretty nice. There's a variety of different sort of carriers, battleships, subs, planes you get to command and control. When you finally figure out the controls, it works pretty well. It's pretty cool. Very nice big open maps. However, you do only get like a little snapshot of the area, which is a shame when you're playing. And there is, like I say, there's the campaign from both sides is a nice touch as well. Now, I feel like this is one of those games that is being held back by just the bad optimization of it onto a console. Like I say, the menus are a bit iffy. The lack of sort of direction and tutorials and stuff really holds it back. But I feel like once you get into it and get used to it and get to figure out how the mechanics work, and I still don't think I'm doing everything right, and I still think I'm missing out doing things because I just don't know. It's just sort of quickly ported, it feels like, and with a bit more love and attention it could be really, really good. Because like I say, some of it does really well, other stuff is pretty cringy. It's hard to explain, like I say, without knowing if I'm playing it right. It's really hard to say how well it is. I'm just going off what I think, how I'm supposed to play. However, like I say, some of the features you can do that I haven't mentioned. Obviously, there's both sides of the conflict. You get to play both sides. You're able to manage your fleet between missions, and there's also many historically accurate moments in the game as well. So there's attachments which you're able to customize your units with, and additional equipment which is used to increase their efficiency and make basically your fleet perfect for yourself. And yeah, overall, like I say, it's not bad. It's just weird. Like I say, the graphics are decent in-game. The cutscenes are dreadful. The sort of grid-based, like hex-based overlay of the maps is good, works well with the controller, but you just feel lost, and there's just no reason for it, unfortunately. So, like I say, if you're a hardcore strategy fan, I highly recommend playing it. You'll probably enjoy it quite a bit. But if you're sort of like a strategy newcomer, or you're one of those people that likes a bit more hand-holding when it comes to a game, you like a bit more instruction and tutorial, maybe give this one a miss, unfortunately. Now, the game is priced at $24.99, and it's playable on Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S, and it is only single player. That is the main downside as well. Like I say, there's no co-op, there's no versus, there's no multiplayer. It's just, you've got these two campaigns basically, and once you've done them, that's the only replayability, is just go back through and play them again. So, like I say, if this is something you like, check it out. If not, like I say, at least stay and watch this terrible cutscene that I'm about to put on for you, because it's a corker. Other than that, hit that like button, hit subscribe, and we'll see you soon for more content, guys. Bye for now.
Jenny, why aren't you eating? Mom, is Daddy going to leave us again today? Yes, Jenny. You know full well that he is on duty, even on Sundays.
Hey, you two. I have a surprise for both of you. I took the day off so I could spend the entire day with two beautiful ladies.
We get to play with Daddy today!
Don't worry. The Arizona will somehow manage without me for one whole day.
You meet them down the pike in olive drab and khaki, all over the heights.
Mommy! Please. Please, get up. Mommy!